Try to get inside his inventive mind.
Can I give you my business card? I think everyone is an inventor, but only a few people just decide to take their ideas just one step further. My name is Torres, and I'm an inventor and many other things.
Add published author, composer, and museum curator, and you have Spain's Renaissance man.
I'm not skilled at technology. I'm not, that kind of normal or classical inventor. I think about things just to have a sense, a meaning, and lots of humor, of course.
Like these dog treats that make Rex's droppings glow in the dark for easy cleanup.
This is a flower pot that goes for the sun by itself. So actually these panels detect the sun, and when there's no sun, the flower pot goes around the terrace, and when it finds the sun again, it stops.
Pep got his first patent at 17, and now literally writes the book on how to bring an invention to life.
So when you have an idea, in the raw idea going around your head, first of all, you must do lots of research.
Then comes the fearlessness to jump in and make it work.
I think failure is a must. It's not an option. I mean, you cannot go through life without failing because you don't learn anything. And you cannot be real good at your work if you don't fail. Not once, but 100 times. Actually, being an inventor is a struggle. I mean, all the banks know me. I just beg for money and go like this when I go into the bank. So this is a product called Throw Me. It's a magnetic tea towel. This is a product I actually commercialize. You just throw it to the fridge and that's all. That makes me pay my bills, so at last I did it. It's very difficult to make, that big hit. It's like, being a musician and have that hit. It's very difficult.
Companies around the world call on Pep to make a splash.
Some companies came to me and said, hey, we want to be on the news and we want to tell stories. And I began doing some media noise for big companies and based on inventions.
This washing machine only works if men do half the laundry, tracked by a fingerprint starter.
This is a media noise campaign. Aphrodisiac bed sheets. You have this embedded aphrodisiac scent into the fiber with nanotechnology. We did it with a very professional lab. And it really works.
They do. The result is our daughter Olivia.
This human-powered vending machine makes you pedal off the calories before it spits out your treat. Time magazine named it one of the top 50 inventions of the year. These ideas are brought to life at Pep's greatest creation to date, his Museum of Ideas and Inventions in Barcelona.
The museum is a place I want to inspire people, to push people to go for their dreams, So I needed a formal place, like a hot spot where people come and just feel inspired, and then I can display their ideas. In my museum, it's my working space. It has to be huge. To generate ideas, you must be out of your normal environment. Go riding my motorcycle around the city and suddenly, pop, I have to stop immediately. I get my cell phone and I record the idea, blah, 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 blah. So I can come back to my studio and I can just write it down properly and develop it. I think my next years will be focused absolutely on kids. When I became a father, everything changed and I began thinking about what I would like the world to be for my daughter.
So every year, Pep holds workshops and contests challenging thousands of kids to invent. The result is innovation like this, a product invented by a 7-year-old.
This is a shoe that has artificial intelligence and vision, so you won't step on ants because it vibrates when it sees an ant under your foot. So it's just incredible.
Cute idea. Now imagine if it could be programmed to detect landmines. Pep's latest invention tackles a serious problem for toddlers.
Okay, so this is the design of the monster-free bed for children. We have 2 mirrors in 45 degrees so that you can see what's underneath the bed. You can switch the light on, look through the periscope, and there's nothing under the bed because actually monsters only exist in their heads. That's all.
Having a super cool concept isn't enough. This bed comes with a guarantee.
If you do a thing just normally, well, it's okay, but if you seriously have a guy in a factory stamping there no monster, you got really into something.
There's a great high in watching ideas come to life, but the road of an inventor is far from easy.
As an inventor, every morning I would say, I surrender. I can't go on. My bank account is in red numbers. Oh, I surrender. And then I said, okay, let's go back.
Oh, bravo, papa, bravo.
You gotta love pure creativity, and even more than that, you have to love somebody whose name is Pep.
So peppy indeed. Well, this next story also shows the inventive spirit, and in this case, it was inspired by the damage